sure not to spend the two you said, or to get another card or something like that?
We good. I got it
Okay. So we still gonna go off the microphone or something based off the group? The microphone. We got another little small choice. The ones that just look in the group.
Thank you.
I know, right? Look, walk into a crowded place and $40. Alright, did you find them?
Hey, I'm thinking serious, man.
No. I'm like this to myself, like.
Got the one. It's all
Ooh,
good.
nice pass. Nice pass.
As long as he can hear it, make sure he gets the sound check on us.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, she split him.
So y'all ready to go get? I only got one set of headphones though, so you gonna take them. He's just gonna go off of what you said you can hear.
I don't particularly need headphones. I just wanted to know if you need them. I can hear me.
Okay, then you know?
Okay, making sure that the sound is good.
Yeah, that's all I was saying for y'all.
Somebody keep talking to the mic.
Number 14 at the free throw line.
Oh, that's good.
First free throw, no good.
You can find me a win throw list, because we don't have that in here. So you can find me, because they're going to play in a couple of more games, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna just catch him after the game.
That's what I'm saying, later on, but it's cool. We make it work.
Yep, they hot. I'm gonna go work on down here.
Name again, my brother.
Will.
Yep. Will Ward. That's what I was, because I was about to call you Ward. I'm like, that ain't his first name.
Rod Gibbs.
Rod Gibbs. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so here we are at the Kentucky versus Ohio Exposure Tournament at the Griffin Elite Sports Complex here in Kentucky, Hebron, Kentucky, or Covington, Kentucky. Myself, Roderick Gibbs, the coach, and Will Ward with me. Currently watching the first quarter of Winthrop against Kentucky Storm Elite. It's been a pretty competitive game thus far for these young ladies. We have about 6 minutes left in the first period. It's 6-3.
Both teams come out pretty aggressive so far.
Yeah.
Had some missed layups. But once the ladies seem like they're going to get composed,
Elite needs to control their foul game. And they need to be able to put some in. You know, they're struggling a little bit on the fast break. They keep getting wide open breaks, but they won't have to put them in. You know, you expect that with young folk, the pressure of making an easy bucket sometimes.
As the game goes on, you would expect for the nerves to settle down a little bit. Plus, it's early in the morning.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Kids are more just waking up, maybe didn't get a good stretch. But as the game goes on, I would look for more of a, offensive game to go on.
I will say though,
knock down three right there. It only takes one spark for the whole team.
Sophie Kylighter, yeah, from Williamstown Junior High School. It's a nice collection of young talent out here. A lot of young women who are obviously dedicated to their craft, that want to become high-end basketball players, and that's always entertaining to watch, you know.
Foul on the play, on the inbound.
Quick foul. So
early adjustments. You got 5:20 left in the first quarter. Any type
My
of
thing
adjustments as
is-
a coach, you would tell your kids to calm down or just relax a little bit.
And here's the thing about middle school, man, and it becomes tough for the refs. The lower you go in level, you don't want to. Refs have to figure out what can we call, what we gonna call, and what we not gonna call. And even with a high level of basketball IQ, like these young ladies, there are mistakes made, and they don't want the game to drag on. So we got a timeout again, it looks like.
So how you feeling this morning, Mr. Gibbs?
Man, everything's good, sir. Nothing like some basketball. Reminds me of my youth days, man. That's one of the things I complain about is, I try to tell young folk, if you really love a sport, then you out there trying to get it all day. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know if it fit. Will it fit? We need to get an adapter. I forgot mine. So while we're still in timeout, we have another game on the other court. And when you're older, these young folks look so small, so it makes it even more entertaining to see because some of it, the fearlessness of a small person out here playing basketball is like right there. You saw on the other court, young lady took it all the way to the rim, got smashed by 2 4 or 5 foot 5 inch taller girls, got up immediately. Tough. Nice move. Back to our game over here between Winthrop and Elite. Kentucky Storm Elite. We had a layup by number 15, Zoe Webster. Oh, nice post up. Nice post up. Oh. Charlie Conroe missed a layup, but the teammate picked her up off the ground. Number 15, Zoe Webster with another 3. She's been spraying a little bit. We got a 12-foul lead for Kentucky Elite. Winthrop moving the ball around the perimeter. Oh, wide open shot, number 4. I've been watching her, man. She got the whole get-up. She got the leggings, the tights, the glasses, but it looked like she put the work in as much as she puts in on her look.
Hey, if you look good, you're going to play very well.
Now, when I'm watching, I'm looking at Winthrop is struggling to recognize the fast break. So you got the Storm, they leaking out a lot.
They're getting fortunate that they haven't taken more advantage of those open opportunities. They've missed a lot of those wide open free throws.
That's the interesting thing because you immediately see that's just a little technical game working on footwork, because that's all it is. They're getting right where they want to be, but they don't trust and they're not patient enough with their feet. Open 3, good rebound, number 30 for Winthrop, puts it back in. It's been a pretty good game thus far. We got a 12-10 game. Kentucky Elite up 2 with 3:40 left. We got number 14 bringing it up, Lola Hahn, passing it off to 15, Webster. I think Winthrop's learned enough. They better stay with it. Ooh, nice spin move. Hand off
wide
number
open
3.
Shot.
No good.
.318 left here in the first quarter. 12-10 game.
I like, it's nice when you see the patience of a middle school team where you can tell how the level of coaching they've had. And it's obvious that most of these young people have put some time behind their game. They seem just comfortable out there. It just seems like, legit competition. We got a couple subs coming in for Kentucky Elite. It looks like Paige Spalding's back on the court. No, that's not Paige.
Catch and shoot.
That's Jada Cummins, and she has been
great rebound.
Between Cummins' ability to get out on the break and her ability to get a couple rebounds, she's demonstrating that she has a pretty good feel for what she needs to do. Like I'm watching her now on defense, and she's attentive. Oh, turnover by Winthrop. Took her eyes off the ball. Got to catch the ball first. And I've been watching number 1. She's intense for Winthrop.
I like her energy. She's a mighty warrior. Small, but it seems like she packs a lot of power. She has a lot of energy on both ends of the court. You see, she's getting right up after on a defensive end right now.
Yeah, it's
she didn't
physical
let that
out
turnover
here.
get to her.
Nah, get physical.
And the one thing I like right now is the referees are letting them play.
Yeah.
You're not getting too many, tic-tac calls.
Yeah,
So
they had
as the game goes on, you expect for, this game to get competitive. Step back three-pointer.
They had to. That's what I was talking about earlier, man. They have to figure out when to make calls and when not. Otherwise, we might be here all night. And they're playing quality ball, so you gotta let. I understand some of the slides, air ball by Miss Cummins, but she's demonstrated she has range. Oh, nice drive. Oh,
it's gotta finish.
Yeah, take that up with the left hand. She'll have that.
He says as the game goes on, you're going to see more offense coming down because neither one of these teams seem like they're lacking in offense, and they're both playing pretty tough defense. Good knockout right there by 32 for Winthrop. Got a couple subs coming in for both teams. Got Fernandez checking in for the Lady Storms. She come in doing work, block on the play. It's going to stay down here with the Storm. Looks like both teams, they have a great presence in the inside, but that's going to come easy. I like both have that great size on the inside. And the guard play, it seems like it's going to be one of the more determining factors. Great move.
Tried it with the left. I got to love that. That's what you want to see.
Nice.
Like the hardest thing, man, when you're dealing with young folk, is, and I like what I'm seeing here is you can't get good at certain things if you just don't try to put them up. So, the young lady missed the left hand, but she tried it. So she knows she can at least put the shot up there quality. So the more she does it, you're wide open, number 15. Nice dime, sees her teammate. She could have took the open three, but gave her teammate a layup possibility, even though she missed, number 30. Swinging it around, going back to number 30 on that block, but she's just in a rush. Dribbled it off her foot. She's in a rush, but it looks like she has a little bit of game about her.
They looking for her in the paint.
Yeah,
they were definitely looking for her, and I believe that play was set and designed just for her right then and there. I like how they got the second chance opportunity, just didn't capitalize on that one.
See, one of the things I'm looking at right now is number one. It doesn't matter for Winthrop who she's matched up against. She likes the physical play. She got matched up against number 25, Fernandez. And Fernandez has got to outweigh her by about 10, good 10, 15 pounds. So solid, but little number one is
a mighty warrior. Like I said
man,
before.
she was on that block.
Backing down.
She was on that block, keeping her off that rebound. That's what you want to see from these are the things that young folk, don't understand how important they are to the game and what coaches see when they're watching you. A lot of young folks think it's all about the buckets, which, buckets matter. They shine. But
they see some heart sometimes. Sometimes it ain't about the size of the dog in the fight.
Yeah.
It's, the size of the fight in the dog.
Right.
So if you're going to come out and you're going to give it your all, I'm going to take that and respect that a lot more than just, having somebody on the court that's like number 30. Great putback by number 30. Yeah. She has the size, but
that's the thing. That's the thing I'm talking about right there is while number 30 did her thing, she got the rebound, put it in. You're looking, and she was matched up on that block, on that rebound against number 20 for the elite. And, number 20 didn't put her body on her. And these are the things that we're looking at, as coaches. We're looking to say, do you understand that when the ball goes up, you need – nice roll by number 15. She's been getting it in. But do you understand that when the ball goes up, you need to put your body on somebody and start moving her out of there? In that case, the young lady didn't. And number 30 for Winthrop got the rebound easily, put it right back up. So you have to know. Plus, you're looking to see if they understand the score. I mean, like not the score of the points, but what's going on in the game, where we are in the game. Like what do we need to win? You're looking to see, does a kid know pump faking? Does a kid know, basic things? Are they traveling? Are they, do they understand how to give the ball up early? Those little things that make you what we call glue players. You may not be a scorer. That may not be your thing, but you may be a dynamite passer. You might be the best hockey assister on your team. You might be the person that boxes out all the time.
Exactly.
You might be the person that dives on the floor all the time.
Sometimes you need a gritty player. You know,
We
need
always
somebody.
need them.
Yeah, I think the game, it highlights the score, the dunkers. But you need you a player like Dennis Rodman or Draymond Green that's going to go in there and get physical with you, and that's going to get you some of those grit points. You know, the blue collar type points.
And I'm watching the Elites coach right now talking about rebounding, and I can see it. He's talking about securing the ball with two hands, how to come down with your base strong, and how to pivot, you know, with them elbows out to make, you know, he's teaching them properly, not swing it, you know, because he's seen that his team has given up a couple of offensive rebounds and putbacks that they probably, you know, a little bit of teaching, a little bit of practice, a little bit of reps, they'll obviously learn how to do that. And that's what you want to see in middle school. You want to make sure, like my thing is, man, and you see this a lot of times, you see a lot of coaches who at the middle school level are so enamored by their own ability to diagram plays that they forget how important it is to teach these girls the basics so that when you do diagram a play, they don't have to think, what do I do with my feet? What do I do with my hands? All they have to do is play the game, you know what I mean?
Be fundamentally taught is one of the things, and definitely at this age you want to start getting them more in the custom of not wins and losses or, you know, scoring and not scoring, but you want to teach them all the fundamentals at this age for sure. That way, because you're right at that cusp of, you know, getting ready for high school, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. This is right where you want, right before high school. So if you can develop a fundamentally base right now, you got a great chance of doing something with a player like number 1 for Winthrop. You can see the heart and determination that's in her, and if you can, you know, help that grow and help her mind mature into a basketball player, a floor general even, you know, you can get you a great player. But it starts now. So I like to see, you know, the kids that's out here right now on an early Saturday morning. You know, that shows you the little bit of heart that they may have.
And my thing is, you know, having been around this so long and you know, immersed myself in Ohio. Particularly Central Ohio basketball, particularly, but Ohio basketball, you know, it's so much that parents can help their kids, that they can help their kids with beyond shooting. Like if you know, and you sit at games and you hear some of these parents and they're passionate about their kids and you love that, but a lot of times you find out that they don't quite understand the game. What are you supposed to do? What do you need to do? What things are the building blocks for your middle schooler or elementary school student to begin the path to become a solid basketball player? You know, and one of the things that kind of drives me crazy is when an athlete comes to you, a student athlete, and you're in warm-ups or the balls get rolled out and you're sitting on the side watching and you notice like, oh, okay, they've worked on a little bit of shooting, but when the game starts, they can't get their shot off because they've only worked on shooting. They've never worked on dealing with people coming at you, pressure, shooting, and nice try, try that bounce pass. But they don't try enough to work on everything else but shooting. And that's always like, you know, and you can see these girls right here. They're working on you can tell by the way they play.
Like Cummins had a great defense right there, was sitting waiting, then wait for the ball to get to the offensive player, jump straight in and got the defensive foul or defensive, you know, play.
Yeah, because currently
offense on the other side.
If you ask me who's shining the most for both teams, and there's another example right there, like number 30 got the over the back, but the problem was Kite Lighter, you know, if I'm the coach she won't box out, right? And so number 30 for Winthrop is going to have to realize, oh, she's not boxing out. If I move my feet, I can get right around her and get any rebound I want. Don't have to go over because she's not willing to put her behind into number 30 for Winthrop's midsection to get her off of there, get low, get her out of there. But that's the type of things that I was just talking about, the extra things. What can you do besides shoot, right? We know number 20 and number 3 can shoot. We know number 22 for the Storm can offensively shine with the ball in their hands. But what else can you do? We got an 18-15 game, second half, 12 minutes, 25 seconds left. We still have the Elite winning. Got a little travel on number 1.
stuttered those feet just a little bit.
Yeah.
Referee saw it. And we got a sub. Number 1's out. Number 4 is subbing to the game. And it's nice, once number 1 goes out, 4 comes in. You're not losing any steps because they both have that same structure, that same.
She's on that energy. Number 4 is about that energy.
Oh yeah,
look at that. Come right in
there on the defense. Just got to stay aware.
Yeah, and that's experience. But here's the thing, though. When their coach looks at the tape, he has to make sure that he tells her, you turned it over. But I do like the fact that even though you didn't hang your head after you turned it over, you immediately turned, out of bounds. You immediately got back into defense,
Let's see how she responds after this. That's 2 turnovers back-to-back for number 4. Let's see how her defense.
Oh, nice bump. I like that screen action.
That was nice for 32 to come up and play the help. Whoa, nice block. That called a foul on there. 32 had all hands on the ball, but the call was called on number 15 with a foul.
So 20-15. Second team foul on Winthrop. We have
number 22, Jada Cummins at the line.
Yeah, she's been balling. I wanted to see what she does at this line. Great. Yeah, she's been balling.
Got to take advantage of those opportunities you get to the free throw line. With this type of close game that you have right now, it's going to come down to last possession type shots. Both teams are very aggressive on both sides of the ball.
So like now, I'm harping on it. I'm watching to see, you see that?
2 for 2.
Number 32 for Winthrop. She was focused on making sure she kept her person off of that rebound. She wasn't worried about it getting the rebound. She was worried about doing her job. You can see how it gave her energy on the other end.
Transition to the offensive side. She was there ready.
She boxed her out. She had a little bounce in her step. Come back, get the ball, go up strong.
Great form on her.
But that's been the difference between. That one move shows you the difference between, because if you think about it, the Storm have had multiple, easy shots they could have made. Like this game could be a 10, 15-point lead, but when they're getting that ball on the box, they're in the rush, and it's obvious that, they're probably a more perimeter-oriented team. But what happens when somebody when you need those 2-point buckets and you haven't put enough work in on your feet to make sure that you put it in. You put it on the glass and it goes in.
32 running the floor.
Yeah, she got a little handle. I ain't mad about that.
Got the ball in her hands and knew what to do with it. She was standing around looking for somebody to pass it to.
And right there you saw a good job of Cummings where, you teach players it's your feet that rebound. Your feet take you to the rebound. You can't stand there, and that's how Cummings got there. She ran past 4 or 5 players to get that rebound, and she was all the way up at the free throw line. But she ran down to the baseline and got the ball because they were all standing around. Once again, not boxing out.
Another foul on the play.
And they really, right now, if Winthrop realizes that the elite don't really want that physical down low play, they're not battling for the rebounds.
Called on the last one.
Yeah, she knocked her down. I saw it. Oh, bad pass.
Back on defense.
But right now they just have to figure out this boxing out thing and stop allowing Winthrop to control the rebounds on their end, and they'll get rid of this game. You got 11 minutes left. You're only up 6. But it looks like Cummins tried to shoot that gap. She got it again. I really appreciate her game. Push it up to 8, and this is the kind of game where a 10-point lead might be insurmountable. Oh, and so my number 4, I'm gonna be a fan of hers, and I'm gonna tell you what, right now, all she needs to work on doing is learning how to decelerate. Right, that's the number one. That's one of those big things with guards they don't understand, boys or girls, which is I pick up this speed, but once I realize that I'm not going anywhere, then what am I going to do? Nice fight for number 44. She's a nice-sized young person. On the boards, off the glass. And you're watching, and number 44 immediately makes an impact. My thing is, it's apparent that Winthrop has the advantage in size, in the bangers. They got 10 minutes. They can take advantage of that and come back. Now, if I am, the elite, the Storm, then, you continue to be patient. You continue to work your offense.
One thing about the Storm right now, they're getting to the free throw line. They missed that first free throw, good by the 15. But if you continue to let them get to the free throw line, the last 4 or 5 possessions that they got down the court, they've gotten to the free throw line, which helped this league grow really big.
I'm going to watch and see if they capitalize on it. You know what I mean? Because it's been 6. It's remained 6, and just like that, missing second one, and then give up. Almost had the rebound, and now you got on the break. If she looks up, she might have something. And that's one of the things I like about the younger levels. Nice open shot by number 25 for Withrow, and just like that, it's a 4-point game. One of the things I like about the lower levels, middle school basketball, is you should come with perspective. You shouldn't be spazzing out watching these young people compete. You should understand that they're going to make mistakes. They're not going to play a completely clean game. This is not college, and that's okay. But you do notice the effort. I'm watching and loving the sportsmanship. If you notice, since we started this broadcast, you haven't heard me say anything about a complaint on attitude. That's 3 turnovers on number 4. You got to get her to take care of that ball. She's right now she seems to have a little bit of the jitters when that ball gets in her hand and pressure comes up on her.
She may be turning the ball over on the offensive side, but her defense isn't lacking too much. If she put her hands up, you got your hands up the whole entire time on that last possession, or right here, she could have easily had tipped that ball and got it right back. But the defense for the Withrow right now it's surmountable. It's just doing just enough.
Grab it. Nice. She kicks it out. We're on the break. And this is what I was talking about when I said, let's see what they do with those free throws, because you miss a couple free throws, they get you with a couple of fast breaks. Now we got a 2-point game, 8 minutes left.
Hey, just a couple minutes ago you were saying that 10-point lead was insurmountable.
They never
got to it, and this is why Withrow is right back in this game, down by 2, with 8:29 left in the second quarter.
And truthfully, man, a nice shot. That right there, that was one of those I'm gonna settle this down shots for number 13. Like, I'm gonna deal with this. See that? And she hit a nice bucket. Oh,
the inside presence is definitely there for number 44 right now. For Withrow.
But she's strong, and she's a stick to it girl. I like that. But if you're watching for the elite, number 13 for the elite has realized, Emily Hemming, she's realized that 44 is big. I got to do my work early. So she got on inside. Oh, nice. You saw it and went. Oh,
great move.
But she saw it early, so she's trying to put her body on number 44 early. Do your work early, young people. Don't wait till somebody that's bigger than you gets to the spot they want and then think you're going to push them off of it. You want to start putting that in their mind that you're going to be here all day before they get to the free throw line. You redirect them, make them earn whatever spot they want on that court. If you're dealing with a big, get into their body. Don't just let them walk to the block and set up. It doesn't matter that she's bigger, and that's what I'm liking about both teams is fearlessness.
You're going to see him start to wear him down more. If 44 continues to assert her dominance down in the paint, it's going to wear him down. And if she can continue to make, in the paint points for her team, and they can go down on the defensive end and make stops, that was great right there. She was right there to make the defensive interface.
And here's my thing, though. Nice roll. Oh, yeah, but 44. Catch it with your hands, young lady, not your elbows. That's why she lost it. You rebound with your hands, not your elbows. And she's got to learn to get it high, keep it high. Because if she quick jumps, she can put that right back in from where she's standing.
Oh yeah.
But look at number 4. You see the difference between how number 4 is fighting with her and not number 13 was? Number 4 is just letting her. Versus number 13 who was battling her.
On that pass.
Yeah. And this is what I say. This is what you do when you have, when you're Kentucky Elite, and that they have size, but you have a lot of quickness. You get number 44 running. You want to find out what kind of shape you in. Yeah, you can dominate us when we in half court, but let's run, girl.
Oh, you don't want to let her stand in that paint. If you get her in the paint, it's going to dominate. You got a sub for 44. It's now going
number
to
30 coming back in.
Number 30's back in.
I wanted to see them on the court together personally.
Oh, that'd be a dynamic duo.
Yeah,
right
I want to see them on the court together. Like let's see what
Tim
you can
Duncan,
do.
David Robinson action.
Right. As one of the few brothers who was in the 90s who was repping for David Robinson. There was a lot of beef. You know, David Robinson wasn't the most stylish for a lot of people.
Hey, the Admiral had very clean cut to him.
Yeah, man, he was too clean for a lot to do. He was the Duke version of pro basketball player.
Yeah.
Nobody really dug him. But I was a fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna make it like I grew up loving it. I was more of a fan because of my time playing Blazers, Bulls, and Lakers, Celtics. But you know, as I started watching and I grew learning the game, I'm like, this dude had a quadruple double.
Yeah.
Like,
and see, it's things that you know that those Spurs team that we talked about a little bit earlier, as far as how the girls at this level, kids at this level, period. Just the Spurs had a fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
From beginning to the end, back in '99, 2000, when they got their first championship under Popovich, they had this when Tim Duncan got drafted and he teamed up with Dave Robinson. You can see the cut, you know, of expertise that was asserted on that team.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Move that ball, get shots, and just like that, right when they had it close,
that 10-point lead is right here.
Yep, it's almost there. And here's the thing, man. You know,
within 3 and then got it back to 10.
We go back to that thing I was talking about earlier. You know, when you have somebody who can dominate like number 44, your guards are critical. They have to be so relaxed.
Hey, you got what you wanted right now. 30 and 44 is in the
like
game.
That's who they should be working off of. Good. Step back. Oh. But
knock it down.
Like right now, I'm looking at number 44. She should be coming down touching it. You have number 30. She's been hard to deal with, right? So you come down, and you know that's youth. That's it's inexperience. They taking advantage of you, big girl. You got to come out. You got to come out there and put your hand up.
A little bit of fatigue might be setting in on her.
What'd I tell you? Make her run.
Hands on the hips.
Because I can't even front. She's on that board. She's working.
They may be getting a little frustrated. Got her out of her zone. I don't see that same energy from number 44 right now.
And now we got that 10-point lead. Now she's probably frustrated because like she's had a couple times where, you know, she had the kids sealed, you know, because of that inability to decelerate. Not inability or inexperience is what I would rather say. I don't want to, you know, pretend that these young people are complete products yet. That when you say inability, it makes it seem like you don't think they'll be able to do it. But the inexperience right now of understanding how to decelerate, and not only decelerate, but to retreat from the pressure. Right now, what hurt Winthrop is their guards are waiting too late to feel the opposite pressure coming at them. So when it's time to look up, it's too late. They're surrounded or they're smothered, and it's either and what that's caused is it's created a situation where the guards are coming up and they're starting to fear it instead of being like, all right, let me chill. I see it coming. All I got to do is chill and wait, and I can make the pass. The last play to 44, she had her sealed, but she had her sealed for because the young lady for Elite was fronting her, right? Well, you're talking middle school. So while 44 had a great seal on the front, you know, it was the guard who didn't realize that. Take your time, keep your distance from the defense, keep you some space because you need the best way to stop a pass to a big that's being fronted is to smother the guard trying to pass it. Right, that's the key. Well, she dribbled into the smother, and then before she had a chance, like right there, retreat dribble, good. See how they got her out of that? And so she threw the ball in a panic instead of just being like, oh, she has room to go get it, so I can just throw it up and let her go get it. But going back to that point about the retreat dribble, you just saw it right there. You just saw number 1. Oh, see right there, she should just put it back. She almost traveled because she didn't want to pull it back. And that retreat dribble is critical. You don't have to pick up your dribble. Oh, good hustle. Good hustle.
I want to stay down here with Winthrop. Said it before, I'm going to say it again. The referees are really letting these girls play.
Yeah, it's
that's
physical.
Nice to see because sometimes the referees can almost control the game. But
nice. Dribble through, under control. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Late trap. 25 was late on it. They had it. They had it. Oh, get it.
With it.
This is a good
Defense
game, man.
right
I like how they don't give up, right? And so now, but that's the thing about a press. It's when you beat the press, you have to understand what you're taught to do. What is the strategy? In that case, number 15 understood. Beat the press and be calm. And she attacked the free throw line. You're taught when you're on a break, attack the free throw line. See what they're going to do. If they're not going to stop you, take the shot. Mid-range, bang. Oh, nice steal. I saw it coming a mile away.
She's quick.
Shooting that gap, man. She should have picked her dribble up. Don't pick your dribble up, kid. Swing it around. 25. See, this is right now. And this is my thing.
Oh, try to go with the up and under.
I'm of the opinion that right now, your bigs are your best attribute, right? I get it. They're pressuring you, but your bigs are able to get out. Number 30 has proven that she's solid enough with the ball in her hand. Number 32 has proven that she's solid enough with her big. I personally believe their bigs would be a way to get them back in the game, right? I think their bigs, if you just said, you know what, we just about to go down low and then we're leaking out, and we'll right now you're down 8 or 7 with 4 minutes, right? So you're going to have to take some chances. You have to take some chances now. See, like now, and this is what I don't like about pressing because, like at this level, because it works sometimes, but it's like it doesn't teach you how to play the game. And against a solid team that doesn't fear a press, all you're doing is tiring them out. And just like we saw a minute ago, you end up with one-on-ones. And if you got a solid offensive player, like right there, give her a couple years, that young lady makes that shot.
Right.
She was one-on-one. She went hard left shoulder, drop step, had it,
See, even though you say you don't like the press at this level, I understand that, but at tiring the opponent out right now seems to be kind of one of the things that Withrow can kind of gain out of this, because if they can kind of lean on the opponent as they're coming up court, and you got to see another little scrappy steal by number 1, see if they can turn it into offense.
Oh, nice.
Nice dime.
Nice dime. All right, we're back to a 4-point lead with 3:48.
They get up 10, but they get it right back down. So you can see the fight and determination in Withrow. They're not giving up. They're still fighting every single, for each possession.
So my thing is, right, what I've seen in the elite, that is
another steal by number 1.
And that's what I was just about to say. Oh, and 1.
Almost saying 1.
Number 1 taking that game over. So, and this is what I was about to say about the elite. On the offensive end, it almost feels like they went into a stall for some reason. Like, you can't stall when you're only up 6, They have scoring.
They take the foot off the gas.
Like
they take the foot off the gas. I think sometimes they're getting a lot of second chance opportunities and turnover points that Withrow was really giving them.
I would like to see a little bit more what they were doing in the first half. Some of that dribble handoff.
They got away from it.
And see Miss Cummings playing off Miss Cummings on that dribble handoff. She was able, and they were able to get some back doors because of it, and some good cuts, clean looks. But you can't, like right now, see what happened? Ooh, she got lucky.
Got a little bit too scrappy there.
If she had just pressured her, she didn't even go reaching for the ball.
You have the sideline to be your help defense there.
She had her ready to dribble it out of bounds. And so this is what you want to see, like right now.
Over now. Withrow is right back in this game.
It's a game. It's 3 points.
Look for them to take over.
And this is what you.
They needed that one right there. You got 3:17 left right before halftime. If you can cut this lead, and you have number 44 for Withrow on the bench right now.
I don't think it's quarters. I thought about that because I said in the first half, like, wait, what we doing?
So that could be even better. We coming down to the end right now.
Hey, bro, if they was playing 4 12-minute quarters, I was about to be like, these are the most dope kids I've ever seen in my life.
I don't see any sweat on these kids yet. I still see a lot of gas in the tank.
Listen, I'm telling you now, it's some high school kids that I could bring here right now that could not stay on this court for the simple fact that they don't have the energy.
The endurance is one of the biggest things that's going to take your team to the next level. If you can have a team that you may be outsized, you may be outmatched, but if your team has endurance and can fight going into the end of the quarter, you got a 3-point game. You've seen how many times the Lady Storms have got up 10, got up 7.
Now here's my thing right now.
Back.
I'm wondering what he's trying to. What for the elite, Kentucky elite? I want to know what he's trying to express to them right now.
Hang on for dear life.
Yeah, well, I mean, my thing is they have solid ball handling, but when it get real, it seems like they forget what they were doing
to get this lead,
yeah,
to get up to this
they're
point.
not moving the ball, man. And it's like, once again, we're watching, and this is typical of a lot of young, middle schoolers and inexperienced players. If you're watching their guards, right? One, most of them are right-handed, so they're dribbling, strong right. But watch their heads. Watch if they're looking up and seeing their teammate open. You know what I mean?
I like what I'm seeing out of Winthrop right now. I've seen the coach. I keep saying 44 is a dominant player for Winthrop. Continue to see her on the bench right now.
She doesn't look too happy, but I hope she's learning. I hope she's whatever it is.
That same aggression, because when you come back into the game, whenever he subs her back in, unless she's fouled out, which I don't think she is.
She ain't fouled out.
And when she comes back into the game, it's going to be time to finish. So he's saving her for the last exact minute.
I just think he's, right now it looks like he's going with who he feels gives him the best chance to win.
They're controlling the game, number one, and the defensive presence that she's brought to her team has been, it stepped up and brought a lot of.
You're trying to look up, shorty.
Much.
Good try.
Too much. They got saved, and the ball's going to remain with them right now.
Watching the three bigs for Winthrop, right? Watching the three bigs, number 32, number 30, number 44, right? If you ask me what I'm seeing number 44 looks like she's going to be a credible player, right? But I'm also saying that number 30 has more polish. And the coach seems to be a little more confident in number 32's ability to handle the ball a little bit and make solid plays and decisions, right? And I get that. When you're trying to catch up, the most important thing
by the Storm is a little bit more stifling right now.
Well, here's the thing about right there.
Stepped up for the Storm right there.
Here's what happened, though. The most impressive thing, remember I was talking about earlier, as a coach and as a scout, what are you looking at? You're looking to see what a girl can do.
We can't physical.
The young lady took her pivot and just pivoted. And because she was so fundamentally sound, she ended up wide open for a mid-range jumper shot that she, instead of panicking, she used her pivot, and it happened, and it worked. So that's dope, man. You know what I mean? And this is what you don't need if you're.
Oh no, not at all. See if she can knock either one of these down, it's kind of going to shift the game just a little bit.
That's
one of
clean too, all net. Who we got at the line? I can't see her number. We know who that is?
That's going to be Ritter. Small Hayden Ritter right now at the line.
Yeah.
First free throw good. Second free throws.
See what I'm saying?
4-point lead, 2:37 left.
Now, come across the court, what you going to do?
Hey, you got to have a high percentage shot right here. You got to be composed right now.
Nice pass.
Nice drop off.
Remember I talked about that fundamental patience? You coming through? Go ahead. Number 30 is going to be a baller, man, but she's going to learn. You got to make that. You know what I mean? When she gets to be a freshman, and for many of these kids, that's the thing. When you get to high school, the question is always going to be, do you want to play the freshman team, JV team, varsity, right? If you're a freshman and you hope to be moved up, you cannot blow those kind of layups because as a freshman or a sophomore, very few of you are going to be relied upon. But I respect that. She made both free throws.
She knocked it down.
Very few of you are going to be relied on for scoring. So when those opportunities come, put them in. Get your name in the paper. Make it so the coach can't take you off the court. Almost. If number 30, she should have had it.
The press is there. It's there.
She traveled. What's the call, right?
No call at all. We gonna keep playing.
They just let them get it in.
It's getting real physical. 2:15.
Yeah. Look up. Is she gonna make the layup?
Nah. And you can see the energy for Winthrop is starting to step up.
They taste
down
it.
Just a little bit.
They taste it, but you got to get your guards to look up, and that's one of the harder things. See what I'm saying? This is what I was talking about. Why he put in 32 though. You see that? 2 down for Winthrop. But you see that though. Right then, in that moment, you saw what her polish is compared to 44. Right?
We had an inadvertent whistle on the other court that somebody thought they stopped. And it's starting to get heated up. The fans are starting to get louder.
But they have to understand.
The play on the court is getting more physical.
But they have to understand, And here's the thing: if you're around your team, if you're around Winthrop, or if you're around the elite, then you know who can do what.
Timeout.
You know who cannot do what. Now I've been here, and this is the first time I've seen Winthrop. You know what I've learned? They don't. And Kentucky Elite, as a matter of fact, to be quite honest. You know what I've learned? I've already learned that very few of these little girls can dribble with their head up, right? So if you want to help them, You're not helping them in the game screaming. After the game, when you got them at home and when you're talking about basketball, remember this and start working on them using their peripheral vision. I don't want to hear you yelling at a game, look out, screaming and making the kid feel bad. She's trying. I want to know when you're not here and y'all go home and you see the things that your kid can't do well, are you still working on shooting, or are you teaching her and giving her skills to see without seeing? You know what I mean?
As a parent myself, and having a child that's at this age, this exact same age, I have two that's at the exact same age. Mm-hmm. I have a 5th grader and a 7th grader right now.
Right.
So at this age, I feel like it's really important not only to, it's constructive criticism. You got to, let them know what's good and what's bad, but at the same time, you have to continue to build this player up. Because if you tear them down too early by telling them, oh, you're doing this wrong, it's going to tear that game and that confidence down to where you're not going to get that same production out of that same player. It's more mental at this point. It goes back to the fundamental part of the game.
Like, as somebody who was not like, a dominant player or never pretends to be or any of that kind of stuff, who was a solid player, who knew how to play the game, the best thing, who couldn't jump, who wasn't the fastest, the one thing that I learned early on was how vision could help me as a basketball player. How nice post deep. She's deep, step through. With the left. I like it. She takes it back. She's strong.
Jump ball. And it's going to the Lady Storm.
That goes back to what I said. You get those bunnies. You
got to take advantage of it.
That'll be the difference, man. That'll be the difference. She's got the game. She's got everything she needs, but she's missed, in a game that you're down 4, your best player can't miss 2 to 3 open layups, right? You can't when you're only down 4, and it's a minute left. So what you going to do? Why not? Right now you need to be fouling because they're not going to turn it over. And she's their
and the referee bailed him out there.
But see,
I don't know.
That's the first time in the past 5 minutes that the elite did that, where they said, you know what? Hold up, dribble handoff, keep it spaced, get the ball to our best player, and when she gets it, she's going, okay, she missed a free throw. Want. You're going to miss some. But you cannot be mad at the way they executed that play. That was solid. You know what I mean? That was solid.
Seems like you're going with the smaller guard player if you're Winthrop right now.
He wants to get it up and try to get a jumper off. Probably looking for a 3.
Trying to get up the court pretty quick, so look to see that right now. Second
5-point lead. Got number 4 back in the game. And Cummings, she's going again. Give it up. See? You see what I'm talking about?
Keep her head up. She didn't see it at all. That's what the coach just yelled out. Got to put her head up. She had a wide open number 30 right there.
But my thing is, if I'm him, I'm talking to number 30. You know you open.
You got to call out for it.
You know you open. You know your teammate has trouble looking up. You're supposed to be clapping and screaming for the ball. You know your players. As a coach, you know your team. You know who can do what, who can't do what, right? So I've watched number 4, play the game. I've watched all these little girls play the game today, right? As soon as she came on the court, I knew she was going left, right? It's okay. It's okay. She's a strong left driver. Totally fine, right? But if I know this and it only took me a few seconds, then I have to tell my teammates or have her teammates understanding you have to help her. If they're coming to her to trap her, if they're running at her, everybody should be letting her know. Everyone should be letting her know. Look up, they're coming. If I'm wide open on the break, before I leave, you learn this hooping at the park, right? You learn this hooping at the park. Ball goes up. If I'm leaking, what do I yell? Gone. Before we even get the ball, I'm yelling, go. So as soon as my teammate get the ball, what they doing?
They looking up.
They heard me. Outlet. Everybody practices outlet drills, right? So these are the little things that we need to make sure that, hopefully these young people and their coaches and their trainers and their family and the people that are supporting them understand. Like, you look at the threes. Oh, you go and get them in the car. You supposed to make them threes. You airball the layup. Yeah, that's you don't want to airball a layup. I mean, you don't want to airball a free throw. I get it. But that wasn't her number 4's biggest problem ain't free throws. Her biggest problem is
dribbling with her head up at this point.
Exactly. Pick it up. They still fighting. Right. Good pass, number 4.
They still in the game. If they can get a basket here, you cut it to a 2-point lead. or 3-point lead, excuse me, with a 2-pointer.
The young ladies are physical. They fight. What I like about both teams, every time it gets physical, there's nothing more. Nice pass. Oh!
Still have a chance here. 27 seconds, 5-point lead.
Yeah, they need to get some
Winthrow's
shots
still
up
in
there.
here. They got to get it quick, too. Relying on 30. Just can't get it together right now.
So here's the next lesson.
Foul called on 30.
Yeah, she reached. You know, what she did was, and here's the lesson for her.
You can't call that foul, man.
You got
can't
to.
Call, when he didn't call the same foul that was
Let
right
me tell
here
you
in the
why.
paint.
Let me tell you why you have to call that. I'll tell you why I believe you have to call that. You have to teach the young lady that you made the mistake on the shot, right?
Then bail her out on it.
Right? No. She makes the mistake on the shot. Okay, you missed the shot. But what you'll find is, what did she do wrong? She immediately, cause it wasn't about we're supposed to be pressing. It was, I missed the shot. I'm frustrated.
Gotcha.
Let me attack this girl.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And you see these things, and you'll hear coaches yelling, no, get back. Your job is to get back and find whoever you're supposed to be doing. Like, all that was is, I wanted it so bad. She's you know what I mean? She's taking it on her. She's aggravated with herself, right? Because she's missed her last 4 attempts.
Right.
And they were all right at the basket, and you can tell she has expectations of herself, which is totally fine. Oh, nice cut through.
Defense.
I've been waiting to see if she can shoot.
No drop.
But she'll be able to shoot. The way she was able to square feet up on that shot, I was impressed.
I was impressed too.
But that's all it is. You know what I mean?
They got a hard-fought game by both teams.
I give them both applause, man.
Great game.
But this is what you watch right now. You watch the winner, you watch the loser.
Correct.
You want to see how they approach it. You know, nobody wants to lose. I get it. Nobody wants to lose. But you want to make sure you understand that it ain't the end of the world. It's just basketball. It's basketball.
It's growing pains
Yeah.
and it's learning opportunities
Yeah, it's
by
just hoop.
both teams.
It's just hoop, man.
If I'm Winthrop, I'm not walking out of here with my head down.
Nah, you just
we
wanna
fought
win.
the entire way.
Yeah.
We got down and we kept coming back from leads that seemed like you call them insurmountable leads if you get to 10.
I told you.
They kept knocking them back down, just chopping them away.
But that 2 points, because they did finally get it to 10.
Oh yeah.
And they win by 3, right?
Yeah.
So they win by 3. Now, mind you, we can nitpick and find all kinds of ways on how the score was the score. But, you're right. They had opportunities. My thing is always going to be just understand what you're trying to do, man. And when you especially nowadays, because my thing is, look, if you'd have told me in 1993, and from 89 or 88, when I was in the, was that 87, 7th grade, 88, 87, 88, if you'd have given me video of my games,
right,
like so I could see where I was, if I could have, immediate video, where as soon as I leave the court, I can put it up on my phone and look at myself.
Immediate video.
Man,
to these days, you can watch the game while you win the game.
Man, right, you can come to the bench and listen to what people saying. Ain't that crazy? And that's my thing, though. So we got 7 minutes between now and the next game. We had the Kentucky Elite defeating Winthrop
39-34, 5-point win by the Lady Storms.
And so now it looks like we're going to have 2 new teams taking the court, and we will return shortly for the Kentucky Blue Devils. And what it looks like will be the Drew's Elite Black. The Lady Canes, is that who that is? I can't see.
Lady Canes.
Is that the Lady Canes that we got out here?
Drew's Elite.
Drew's Elite. All right, so we're going to have 2 teams coming up in a few minutes. Some more solid basketball. You got the coach, Roderick Gibbs.
And I'm Will Ward.
We'll see you momentarily. think he felt like 32 getting home. Because she, you know, as soon as she got it, she was quick with it. Now, I bet you this time next year, she gonna be back.
It was a fight, you know, that I liked. It was aggressiveness in it, you know, what they were going for. The team was doing it. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't always college stuff. They was more of a natural, like,
If she got one thing she gotta learn between now and next year, is got too high, keep it high. If she did that, they would walk them in that game easily. Hey, man, I was tired. But it was weird. Yeah, but it's weird because like, you know you're tired, but you get here. And I don't do that in a hotel. You know what I mean?